Hey, I'm Genny with Extra Living at eXp Realty, and today we're at Skiers Marine right here in Chelsea, and you're watching Life Along 280 in Chelsea. I'm absolutely fascinated today because this is such a fun place to be right on 280. And you know, in the beginning I said that we're in Chelsea. We're really not in Chelsea, but we're on the outskirts in
Westover, Alabama.
We have to make sure to give the correct location. We don't want to mislead anybody at all. But you know, I always blanket the area. Anytime I sell houses near Chelsea, Westover's included in that, Sterrett's included in that, Wilsonville, Columbiana sometimes.
Absolutely.
So thanks for letting me come out and take a look at what you've got going on here, and wow, what an operation.
Well, thanks for coming. We're glad you're here.
Well, you know, I mentioned to you that I know AJ, and I got to meet him, gosh, I guess it was January of this year, maybe toward the end of last year. And then he ended up buying a house that I sent him and sent his agent to come to. So such a great kid, but he loves working here.
He used to be a kid. I've known him since he was 10. Now he's like 30 something. So I don't know what happens to 20 years, but he is a great guy.
I know, and what a blink, right?
Yes.
So tell me, how did you get started with all of this?
Skiers Marine started 25 years ago. This is actually our 25th anniversary. And I was a police officer, which was fun. I loved being a police officer, but I couldn't afford a new boat. So I decided to go research boats and ended up working for a boat company on my off days, helping them set up dealers. And so I bought one boat then, that was in 1988.
Okay, so what was your first boat?
It was a Marlin Skier. They're no longer in business. But I still know where the boat is. So even this far, I still know who has the boat. But started with them, then ended up working with a big boat company in 1989. And then the rest is sort of history. It just grew and God blessed it. And now it's a lot different than it was then.
And like you said, you've really been blessed by this because you have more than one location.
Yeah, we have 5 and we're building our 6th. So we have 3 in Alabama, 1 in Tennessee, and then 2 in Georgia.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely changed a little from it was me and my dad and a technician to what it is now. God's really blessed it.
And what's amazing is you told me that you sold whatever 400 boats last year.
Yeah, we're about 450 boats for this year. I don't know. Everybody said it was COVID related. I don't know that COVID makes anybody go buy a boat. I guess people had more time, and so it might have been some of it. But the market had just been growing anyway before COVID came.
Right.
And I think it just sort of maybe sped it up a little. But I don't know that COVID really made people go out and buy, you know, like a boat we're sitting in. I don't know that made them go do that, but I just think it maybe sped up the process. So.
Well, I feel like for us in selling houses and, you know, being with consumers, fickle is the word for 2020, of course, when it comes to real estate. I'm selling my 3rd one that I already sold this year that people have changed their minds and want to sell again. Wow. So I think what's happened, or like what COVID is actually making people do, is just reevaluate their values.
Right.
And saying life's too short, let's get the boat.
Right.
Let's get the house we really want. Or let's forget about this high house payment and let's do what matters and get the lake house or get the boat.
Right.
So I can see where some people would say that could be COVID related, and then they have time to think about it.
Yeah, that's probably true. They've had more time at home with their family and they're trying to figure out what are we going to do. Well, hey, let's go look at a boat.
So do you do more cash sales or do you do more financing?
It's about 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah, most of the people, boats are not a necessity, and usually it's middle income or higher. And some people want, because interest rates are so inexpensive right now, people want to keep their cash. So a lot of people still finance the boat. Now boats like what we're sitting in, you can finance for 20 years.
So you could have this boat for around $1,300 a month, right?
I would have to look at it and see, but we're sitting in one of the most expensive boats we have. So since we're going to do this interview, I thought we might as well be comfortable. And As you can see, it's a really plush boat, but it's made for wake surfing. So as far as surf boats, which is the new sport in water sports, everybody wants to surf. This is it. This is like the Mac Daddy. There's really not a boat made that has this kind of surf wave.
And you can just feel the quality with the upholstery and just sitting in it. It just feels so much better than a lot of boats. This has been a little bit more popular then, because you're right, a lot of people do want to do the surfing.
Exactly. No. So wakeboarding, yeah, there's still people that wakeboarding. Skiing, if you go in our pro shop, and we have a nice pro shop, but if you go in there, we'll have like 5 water skis, old style water skis. People still do it. We'll sell 100 surfboards to 1 water ski.
Okay.
So that's how much surfing is taken over.
So what do you have any pontoons?
We do sell pontoons. So we sell Sylvan pontoons, really high-end pontoon. Because of the brands we sell with Mastercraft and Supra and Chaparral and Moomba, it's a higher-end market. And a lot of boats, a lot of families will have a pontoon boat and a wakeboard boat.
Right.
And so we couldn't do a less expensive brand in a pontoon with the Mastercraft brand or the Supra brand. So that's why we did Sylvan with Yamaha outboards, and they're great. I mean, they're just bulletproof.
Well, which ones do you sell? What's the most popular?
We sell more Mastercrafts than anything.
Okay.
So we're the 2nd largest Mastercraft dealer in the United States and 3rd largest Mastercraft dealer in the world. So we sell a lot of Mastercrafts, great boat, and great heritage. This is their 52nd year of being in business. So everybody knows that Mastercraft's an aspirational product. Everybody grows up going to the lake and they think one day I want to own a Mastercraft when they see them going down the lake. So we try to make that come true for people. So we sell a lot of Mastercrafts, and then Chaparral, Supra, and Moomba, we sell a lot of those. And then we sell a lot of pontoons every year. But as far as number 1 for us, it's Mastercraft.
Well, and you've got storage here too.
We do have
right?
storage. And
so when you come buy your boat here, don't worry about you not having enough room at your house. I know for me, everybody wants a 3 and 4 car garage, and those are a little bit hard to find in a certain price range. You can just store it here.
You can store it here. We have great relationships. You can keep it at the lake. There's lakes, whether it's Logan Martin Lake Martin, where you have a place. People are bringing their boats in now. You can find storage where you can call them and say, I'm on the way to the lake, and they'll put it in the water for you. So when you get to the lake, your boat's in the water, ready to go, and when you're done, you pull it up to the dock and they lift it and take it out for you. There's really no hassle boating. And then we do lake services. So if you have a lake house and you kept a boat at your lake house, we'd actually come to your lake to do the oil changes and do the maintenance and all that. So you don't have to bring the boat to us once you buy it, because we're going to come to your lake house and take care of it.
That's a luxury.
Yeah.
That is pure luxury.
So we take care of all the hassle and you have all the fun.
And so do you have customers in all lakes
Yeah, we
in
do.
Alabama?
Even some private lakes, but we cover all the lakes in Alabama. So between all of our dealerships, we probably have 5 road technicians are pretty much on the road all the time, going to different lakes and taking care of people's boats.
Well, Alabama has the most beautiful lakes.
And a lot of them.
Yeah, and a lot of them. So I would encourage you to, if you are looking for family times and creating memories, and you just, are at home thinking about how to do that, then come here to Skiers Marine and pick out your favorite. They'll work through all the terms for you and make it make sense for you. But come by and meet Rhett and the rest of his awesome crew here, and take home a boat. Thanks for watching today. I don't know about you, but Rhett has completely inspired me. From hardworking night shift police officer to running 5 different stores at Skiers Marine. What a fascinating story, and I'm just so blessed that I got to share a little bit of time with him and learn about his story right here in Westover. We just run into and meet such amazing neighbors in our community, and God just does continue to bless us all. What I want to talk about right now is one of the things that I've learned from speaking with him is this economy has been booming. If people are buying over 400 boats that are this expensive, there's a lot of confidence that has been had in our economy. And one thing you may not know is most of the houses that I sell are cash. People aren't getting financing like they used to because their stock market accounts have been doing so well. They've been earning so much that they've been able to pay cash for a lot of houses. So it's been a rare thing for me to go to a closing table with the mortgage, which is unbelievable because interest rates are sometimes below 3%. And you would think even if you did have a bunch of cash that people would want to take advantage of that. So I'm hoping that confidence in our economy stays strong. We just got through the election night and we still don't have any answers. And what I want to talk to you about right now is that I don't think the election is going to have, whatever the outcome is, and whenever we may know it, I don't believe it's going to have that much effect on the market for a while. And that's because of the shortage. The shortage is going to continue to keep prices up, and it's going to continue to keep houses selling. Now, one thing we did see is that showings have dropped because everybody's glued to the TV trying to figure out who is actually going to win this race. So there may be a tiny bit of a slowdown, but I don't think it's going to last long. The other thing that we need to consider is that a year from now or 18 months from now, we may be having some foreclosures. And that's because of all the forbearances that people applied for. And if they didn't apply to defer it at the end, then we may see in about 18 months some some foreclosures happening. I can't get the word out because it's a painful word. I don't want that to happen to anybody. If you have questions about that, or if you need some help navigating that process on what to do if you did fall for forbearance and now you're looking at deferment, just give me a call. You know, you've got some options, but you really need to get that paperwork in, and I am happy to help you. No matter if it's just answering a question or just helping you with the paperwork, give me a call. I want to see you get through this, and I want you to keep your confidence up. We're all going to be fine. I'm Genny Williams. Give me a call at 205-223-1044. And if you're ready to sell, then I'll help you navigate through that process too. See sellitthefirst time.com.